And hey, we're recording again. Welcome back to the Alexandrian Codex. I'm Alex. This is Stellaris Star Trek New Horizons mod. We are playing as the United Earth. We have our pseudo-federation started out. We have yet to have the Xindi crisis or anything else fire off. So we're just kind of waiting for something to happen. Solar Freedom Movement. Wow, you were pretty happy people. What are you, pacifist? Progressive. Egalitarian. Okay. I love this. They're very, very happy, and they're giving us a ton of influence. So they'd be happy if we embrace traditions involving diplomacy. I might do that, just to make them more happy. Let's go ahead and pump out a second construction ship. I want to keep expanding while we can. You know, make hay while the sun shines. Enjoy the good times while they last. Complete. We've not finished with colony ships now. Ah, Jesus. The sonar getting sizable. Alright, you are going up here. There is nothing else to do in the system. The system sucks. We lost the Franklin. Occasionally, it's not very often, but occasionally you will just have ships disappear. And I don't think they ever come back. It's kind of sad. So that's 300 minerals and a bunch of experience down the drain. Now this is worth noting. It used to be that researching things would give you a certain chance of success or failure. If you failed, most of the time things would just blow up, but if you succeeded, then you would get various results. Now you can't fail. It's always a success. But depending on your scientist skill level and associated stats, it can either take longer or shorter, which is pretty cool. The silent enemy here we can see is anomaly level 2, but our scientist is level 1, meaning it has a base research time of 120 days, but we get 60 additional added on, so this will take half a year to complete, just because Anatoly here isn't very skilled. I'm going to go ahead and say yes on that. I'm not in that much of a hurry, and I would want to research that anyway. Hello, USS Von Braun. Wow, okay, I'm not crazy about any of you, so let's hire the youngest person, Saburo Yamaguchi, and throw them in. Doctors Without Borders. Are you happy? You want indirect xenology, and you know what? You got it. Native interference, passive. Yeah, you definitely have that. No purges, yep. Diplomacy traditions, you both want diplomacy traditions, so that's something I might want to pick up. Preserving cultures. Preservation, we can't do yet. Diversity, we can't do yet. You're unhappy because I don't have a lot of unity, which is an annoying catch-22, which, no shit, I don't have it because you're not giving me influence to get it.
Technology discovered.
But that's fine. Inertia manipulation, kind of okay. Next stage, hull construction is useful. Rigelian Consortium, there's a lot of drama going on down here.
Construction complete.
Minor mandate fulfilled. Oh, cool! I didn't even know we had one of those. Convenient. Sirius is full up, so let's have you head down here. Now, it won't be ready to expand into for a while, but might as well. New Horizons, there are our colony ships. Oh, great, and just in time for the Mars Initiative. That's genuinely pretty cool. How much is it for a colony ship? 161. Can I play with that? Currently you have force fields which cost 10. That's really not that bad. Yeah, okay. This makes you go faster. Yep. Let's just cheap out on that. Cheap out on that. No, that'll make you go faster. Sublight, reinforced hull, yeah. Just not to be overly cheap, but I kind of want to be cheap about it. So expansion planner is colonizable. Kirchendal, let's colonize that from Earth. Right here? Here? Okay, this would have 2 things it supports. This would have 2, and it would add on to that. This would have 3, potentially, and it would add on to that. Yeah, let's plop you down there. And you get a colony ship from Mars to go right here's the best spot. Yep. Springboard. That's a lot of minerals we just plopped down, but more planets, more research, more minerals, more everything. It's typically a good idea. Even if when we form the Federation we don't have the Denobulans, it won't be the end of the world. I just really like to min-max that early game formation of the Federation, getting as many members in there as quickly as possible. If we can't manage that, it's okay. Silent enemy. After a day in orbit of Manon's star with no progress in locating the source of the unusual subspace readings, Captain Anatoly prepares to give the order to move on to the USS Voyager's next survey target. Moments later, the ship's sensors detect a surge in subspace activity, followed by the appearance of an alien ship off the port bow. Hailing the vessel proves fruitless, and after several minutes of silent confrontation, the ship warps away. Well, let's follow it. Within minutes of the aliens entering warp, the USS Voyager sensor lock on the vessel starts to deteriorate. 5 minutes more and the ship has disappeared from sensors completely. Captain Anatoly orders additional power to the sensors, and another subspace disturbance is detected several light hours away. Arriving at the coordinates, the vessel appeared to be attempting to widen the disturbance through attacking on a mission of an unknown nature. However, the USS Voyager draws near, the emissions are cut. The vessel raises its shield, powers up what seems to be its weapon systems. But hail them. The USS Voyager's communication officer repeats in all frequencies hail to the alien vessel. The bridge crew awaits response in tense silence, with only the hum of the ship's engines in the background. And alert chimes, transporter beams from the alien vessels have been detected throughout the ship, and weapons fire warnings have triggered across a number of decks. At the same time, an enemy vessel was warped away, the boarding action apparently a distraction. Security teams assemble throughout key sections of the ship, beam rifles in hand. The sound of the enemy's disruptor weapons ring through the corridors, while crew report their own stun settings as being ineffective. Tactical officer moves through the USS Voyager deck by deck with a team of combat veteran officers, pushing the boarders back further and further until they are last bottled in around the main cargo bay. The captain heads to the area to demand the aliens surrender, but they do not understand or refuse to accept. The remaining boarders, 5 in total, appear to converse briefly before collectively firing their weapons at the cargo bay doors. The air in the cargo bay is pushed into space along with the remaining boarders and the captain. Emergency force fields are put in place around the section and the ship is secured. Engineering teams collect various pieces of discarded alien weaponry and equipment, though several items are rigged to self-destruct and 5 technicians are killed attempting to place them in storage. The remaining crew, the USS Voyager, mourns the loss of their commanding officer. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, but I get 6 months worth of technology, so is it a fair exchange? I don't know. Probably. Definitely. We'll get a maniacal scientist instead. You live long, so you great. Lambert's great, you'll live forever. Jackie Green, get replaced by Ivan. Ivan Pushkov gets to head up physics research. Jackie, you're a captain now. That's not the best result for that event chain, but it's definitely not the worst either.
Technology discovered.
Yay, computers. Transport hub.
An alien intel.
We found the Cardassian unit. So the Cardassians, like I was saying, are still down here, with the Zenkethi being like this border situation between us. Pretty interesting. Nice to meet you.
Yes.
Let's trade. Right, you don't like me that much, but you do like me enough to exchange sensor information with
Yes.
me. Well, yeah, I haven't found the Bajorans. That's
Yes.
weird. Yes! We're running fairly low on food. Not super low on food. Not like I need to worry about it low on food. Just low enough on food that I need to build hydroponics farms and potentially reassign people to work on said hydroponics. Not that I want to. I would prefer people give me research and minerals at this phase of the game. These motherfuckers got Deneb Kaitos, but they haven't done anything with it.
Survey
It has so much. Ah, birth of space piracy. The good times are gone. So here we can see in Alpha Centauri, our first pirate fleet has spawned. I'm just gonna go ahead and assign the second fleet to take them out. They're called the Steel Claws. You're gonna be a problem.
Construction complete.
Who do I border now? Ah, the Nanobuans. We actually properly border them. Wow! Negative 987. Hot damn! Alright, you won't want to join until the Tellarites are off doing their own thing. That's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. It is what it is. It's annoying, granted, but it's fine. Oh yeah, something nice added in Distant Stars are these cute little graphics. No longer do all stars just have one star. Systems with 2 stars, binary systems, now have multiple stars. System with trinary systems, 3 stars now have 3, etc., etc. I think there's probably an upper limit for that, but I haven't seen it yet. It's a very nice touch.
Technology discovered.
We want white hole construction. These make ships fast, nimble, maximize the chances to dodge, to evade enemy fire with much greater ease. Now, we do have Starfleet construction methods, which add hull points anyway. So if we went with heavy hulls, we'd get armor on our armor on our armor, which is pretty cool, but I'd rather just not get hit in the first place.
Discovered.
That's just me. We could go ahead and go for improved hull plating. Afterburner, this afterburner I will never use. The sublight speed's actually pretty substantial. I'm not going to use it. Unless it's on, like, let's see. Patrol frigates, I'm always going to want evasion, so never. Construction ships don't have a science slot, can't do it. Colony ships don't have a science slot, can't do it. Science ships, I'm always going to want electronics lab. So I'm never going to want... Unfortunately, I'm never going to want afterburners. I really like the bonus to sublight speed, but it's just not as good as dodge. So I'm going to go for observing the dark, make our star bases a tiny bit cheaper. And that'll be nice. Can we intercept them before they jump? We can. Maybe. I hope we do. Alright, more aliens. Cool. New phone, who dis? Oh, important thing to trigger is we're a Federation now. So our coalition members will likely follow us if we tell them to, if we encourage them to follow this fleet around. By default, your fleets are set to discourage that, which is fucking stupid.
Construction complete.
I ain't about that. I want people to follow. I want us to have backup. So that's gonna be on now. It's turned off by default because that behavior used to cause a lot of annoying issues in older versions of the game, but it's alright. I can live with it. Alright, I guess we're going to Wolf 359 then. We'll intercept this. This spaceport's actually strong enough to fight them off on its own. Whatever.
Anomaly detected.
In an orbit around a lifeless planet, Delta Orcas 2, we've uncovered a drifting ship sending out a distress signal. It's the Samaritan Snare. I really hate this mission because it either gives results that aren't worth your time or bad results. But it's there, so, you know, I feel like I have to.
Construction complete.
And who dead? No losses on our part because of that starbase probably. So let's go take out the pirate base itself now. You know, Alpha Centauri has 3 continental planets.
The galaxy has not gone by.
I kind of missed that. This would be very good to expand into. Right, Bajoran, Second Republic, hello. Oh my god, the Bajorans are expanding. Huh. Okay, it's normally kind of a mixed bag trying to get the Bajorans to join the Federation. Now will probably be even more so than usual, because they're going to be pretty tough. Yeah, let's exchange sensors, research with them. The Zeppelite guilds. The Zeppelite guild are new. Peaceful traders. They are ideal candidates for joining the Federation once you get down there, provided that they survive that long into the game.
Establishing colony.
Really?
Establishing colony.
You're that wary of me? No, you're not wary of me. Yeah, let's straight tech. Okay, you are doing nothing up here, and you're doing nothing down there. Delightful. I want to upgrade this? Probably. Just...
Technology discovered.
Nah, not at this moment. There it is. USS Voyager sensors have locked onto the vessel. It's faded. Yeah, the aliens ask for help. We send an away team. If we don't send an away team, it costs us influence. Not worth it. Send an away team. Got some transports. Dope. Do I want more energy storage capacity? Shields? Or more research? Yeah. Going with the obvious choice there. Now, I could upgrade this starbase. Do I want to? Not really. I'm gonna go ahead and do it, because it'll reduce our future piracy risk, and we can build structures on it to make it worthwhile. So we can either confront them, or beam the captain back. Let's just beam the captain back. The captain must complete the repairs to their vessel alone, or be killed. Great. So, the captain is forced to proceed alone with the repairs to the Packwood vessel. Given the precarious state of the warp core, direct action could prove disastrous and destroy the ship along with the captain. I either intimidate them or try to trick them. You are not stupid, says the first officer on the USS Voyager's view screen. The Packwood captain pauses for a moment. No, we are not stupid. You've outthought and defeated us. You are our captain. We respect your strength and cunning. We are strong and cunning. God, this was a really dumb Star Trek, was this Next Generation episode? I think it was. It was, yeah. Give you all of our dilithium contents of our data bank, yada, yada, yada. So, what was the shield? We beam them back, and then we don't pay the ransom. That's it. Just get 50 influence for nothing. It's fine. It's a drawn out way to get a tiny bit influence. Yeah, that's going down. This is getting surveyed, so we'll expand here and into here. We do have enough minerals left over to do that. You are not going to want to join a federation with the Tellarites for quite some time. It's a shame.
Construction complete.
Really is. But, oh well, can't do much about it. Pirate station raided. Wait a minute. No, I can't build that yet? Wow, yeah, we're still 5 months out on the Mars initiative. Okay, cool. You can tell I'm paying very strict attention to our technological gains. Yeah, this is weird. This is interesting. I don't know if I like the new way that the systems are being handled. You know, powers growing acanonically, but I think I'm okay with it. It's more of a less harsh Star Trek enforced storyline and universe now, and more open, which is probably for the best. Alright, Altair. Vega colony tends to have some pretty good stuff there, so let's go colonize that. Actually, Barnard Star and Alpha Centauri are important. We already border them, but they just don't want to join because they're being poopy heads about it. They are being stubborn. Which is fair, but not endearing.
Detected.
Tomb World. Unusual readings suggest there may be more to this desolate world than meets the eye. This desolate world. No, not the gas supergiant. The thing I can't click. Yeah. This guy. Tomb World, yeah. It's gonna be a better part of a year before we survey that. That's okay. Now, given our lacking energy capacity, we're gonna have to reassign some folks here. Ooh, man, that's all the energy we have. Okay, we're gonna have to build a power plant here. And I'm gonna have to wait until this starbase is done to get the power necessary. And Dorian wishes to get the Uridium League Association status. Yeah, actually, I'm into that. Too bad we can't invite them. They're too far away. But the Iridians are not bad people. Hello, Klingons. Yeah, Klingons are a little bit more expandy than they used to be. It looks like the border conflicts with the Metron Consortium has been sorted out. The Klingons don't seem as crippled by that as they used to be. Now, they don't want to do research agreements because they have a neutral attitude. They won't do it unless they really like us, which is unfortunate. I'm not bribing you for this. Here, we'll have this go for 23 years? Yeah, 23 years. We learned about the Gorn hegemony. The Gorn are doing okay. They haven't grown that much, but they're doing alright. Communication. 30 years. Go. And that'll keep spreading this way. It's really interesting how we're finding out about systems mostly in this direction. Information is not flowing coreward at all. We're going very rimward. Okay. Elysium torpedoes are interesting, but we won't make good use of them yet. Engineering is generally a good call. Minerals are very, very tempting, but I'm gonna go with engineering points.
Technology discovered.
Oh yeah, you're repairing. Okay, cool. Yep, there's the Verteron array done. Fantastic. Let's go for core systems +1, because eventually we will form the Federation, and we're gonna have a lot of colonies on our hands, or more than I have now. Anyway, I want to build the Verteron array. Now it has an upkeep of 20 power, though, and we're not in a position to support that because of these two ongoing colonizations. I can bite the bullet for a while. Yeah, we have a lot of energy. Yeah. Even if we run an energy deficit for quite some time, we'll be okay. So, as uncomfortable and unhappy as it makes me, I think we can deal with it. We can...
Construction complete.
Matter of time. Oh, this is a new event. I've run into this a couple of times. An unknown source of chronoton particles have been detected in the vicinity of Bernard Star A. Research that shit. You, my dude. Go ahead, build some mining stations. Did I? Yeah. That's good. Give me traffic control. I can't imagine a situation in which you wouldn't build traffic control, but... you know, far be it from me to question the design of the mod authors.
Construction complete.
I joke. I always call the question other people's design and my own design ideas. Yeah, let's learn more about those people.
Our presence in the galaxy.
Ah, the Sulban. Okay, Triller here. So the Triller actually close enough we can potentially get them in. These are the Kelpians. Are these the Betazoids? They're in a weird place. Aren't they normally, like, here? Well, whatever. We'll find out. Sulban are not that big this game. Not bad at all. Talk with them. Alright. Primordial soup. Nestled in sheltered pockets across Delta Orcas 3A's surface is a rich sludge of organic compounds that our researchers believe could be a hotbed for abiogenesis. The spontaneous formation of organic life from lifeless matter, made possible by Delta Orcas 3's unusually thick atmosphere. Although the planet presents an opportunity to study what could potentially be the early stages of life, it would be best to set our expectations low, as it may still be millions of years before life naturally evolves on Delta Orcas 3A, if at all. Still more society research? Do not mind that. Alright. Couple of things happened there. Oh, our colony's finished, and the ancient capsule. While studying... oh god. Delta Orcas 3 sensors have detected what appears to be an ancient capsule of familiar design in orbit. Let's go ahead and check that out. Alright. Cool. Cool. You have started here. We have so much power now that I'm happy to switch these two people around. We don't have to worry about energy anymore. You know, right now. This is going to jump to negative 16, but that's okay. Even before we could travel to stars, we looked to our nearest planetary neighbor and wondered what life existed there. Hundreds of years later, we found that Mars had once had moving rivers and seas, even a basic ecosystem, only to lose it all to an ever-depleting atmosphere. Now it's our chance to restore Mars to its former glory. Even as we look to other solar systems and their wealth of colonizable planets, the Mars Initiative seeks to terraform the Red Planet. The head of the project, engineer Paul Boone, says that with the help of the Verteron Array, it will be possible to nudge comets and asteroids out of their orbit and force them to crash into the polar ice cap of Mars. This will release carbon dioxide and other water vapor into the atmosphere and eventually bring back life to the barren planet. The project lead estimates the project could take at least 8 years, potentially a great deal more. Remember, the Verteron Array must be manned by a pop at all day. Yeah, I know how game work. Me good at game work. Alright. Matter of time. The source of the chronoton particles appears to be traceable to a small vessel in orbit of Barnard Star A. Sensors are unable to penetrate its hull and it appears to be drifting. Well, open hailing frequencies. The vessel responds to the hail. Captain Saburo, please move about 1 meter to your right. Confused, the captain moves aside as a human materializes on the breach. Excellent. Now my name is Professor Berlinghoff Rossuman, and I've traveled back in time 2 centuries to study the crew of the USS Von Braun. The exploits of this ship and its captain are legendary in my time. Well, clearly, we helped the historian. Berlinghoff Rossuman's time on the USS Von Braun is difficult for many of the crew. A constant stream of questionnaires and his not-so-subtle condescension do little to ingratiate. After a while, though, Captain Subaru strikes up a conversation with the time traveler, and the two discuss United Earth history up to the current year. Eventually, the historian declares his research completed and prepares to depart the USS Von Braun. Professor Berlinghoff Rossman bids farewell to the crew of the USS Von Braun, beams back to a shuttle. Several hours pass, however, and the vehicle does nothing until another hail is received. Well, this is unfortunate. The shuttle's time drive is dead, irreparably. I'm stuck here, and I'm sure they knew I would be. A predestination paradox, I'm sure of it. The professor offers to provide his services, but not before setting the self-destruct down the shuttle to prevent further contamination of the timeline. So, it doesn't say it explicitly, which is a little weird, but I think, yeah, Berlinghoff is now a leader that we can use. So I'm going to go ahead and assign Berlinghoff, because he's level 4, gives a bonus of plus 8 research speed, and he has a plus 10, so he has a total of plus 18 research speed. This dude is leading up our engineering now. Now we have a scientist sitting around doing nothing. I'm going to build another science ship because I can't stand for that. And let's go ahead and research these new aliens while we can.
Construction complete.
Alright, ancient capsule. On further observation, the capsule's orbit is rapidly decaying, drawing it closer and closer to Delta Orcas 3. If the USS Voyager does not adjust the capsule's orbit with its grappler, it will be destroyed. We'll prepare the grappler. The Voyager's chief engineer successfully modified the capsule's orbit with a grappler. Captain Jackie Green leads an away team to board upon it. Confirming the capsule to be of human origin, she discovers a number of cryogenic hibernation chambers. Several appear to be occupied. Further investigation reveals that the capsule occupants were all declared dead hundreds of years prior. Though the USS Voyager's doctor believes they can be revived and cured with modern medical techniques. Well, either we let them rest in peace, or awaken them. After the cryogenic chambers were brought back to the USS Voyager and the capsule occupants thawed out, they appear to be eager to return to their lives in a new century, and arrangements are made for their return to Earth. One of the capsule occupants appears to have been a talented administrator prior to being stored, and has offered their services to the United Earth. What kind of administrator? Tatsuki Okada? I mean, that building cost is nice, and build speed bonus is nice, but nah, goodbye. Let's have you Epsilon Cassiopeia is where I should be going next, I think. Epsilon Uridani, we can go ahead and build our starbase there.
Construction.
Gonna have a lot of stuff to build. The USS Voyager. Good name. No. We're not hiring a new person. We have Michael Lambert, who's gonna go scout out Alpha Centauri. Do I want to build an additional construction ship? Not really. I kind of want to... Nah.
Construction complete.
You should be focusing on food production, and you two are properly focusing on food production. Cool. Do we have a new person building? You are building there. Yeah, okay, we'll have enough. USS Danube. Let's get you down to Barnard Star. I'm really surprised no Zinkethi, or no Zindi event and no Federation forming event has happened yet. I'm okay with it.
Our presence in the
Just a little
galaxy
confused.
has not
Ah,
been
the
allowed.
Tamarian Unity. They're not so big anymore. This is it. They start out very small now. Oh no, but they've expanded quite a bit. How that? I've seen them stay as a one system miner for very long periods of time before. Right, the Betazoid houses are right here. Ah, my last game I had the Betazoids become a major power and become one of the founding members of the Federation because they were so fucking huge. But looks like we're missing out on that this time. That's okay. You want association status? Of course you do. It's weird we haven't found out about the Trill yet. Not that weird, just a little odd.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
I can probably afford a third construction ship just to keep expanding as quickly as possible.
Survey complete.
Though we will want to redirect to exploring and expanding towards the south. The north is helpful and important, but you're expanding, you're expanding, you're expanding, and you're expanding. I need to try to get shared borders with Trill and Beta Z. There goes a bunch of my minerals. There goes a bunch more. So you can hang out here. You're gonna go back down here. You're gonna go...
Construction complete.
You follow you. Let's just... Fuck it, yeah, you go hang out here. If we get Terra Nova, then I'll get this system for free, which would be nice. Because then I can just go to Mabu,
Initiating
Capella.
communications.
Betazoid wants to engage in migration. Very okay with me. Ah! Throw
Anomaly
energy at the
detected.
colonization project. Terra Nova was the location of one of United Earth's first extrasolar colonies. Having received no communication from the planet in years, every effort should be made to determine the fate of the expedition. Hell yeah, agreed.
Construction.
Very agreed. Whew. I am gonna need to watch our mineral expenditure. Epsilon Iridani is eating a lot more than I thought. That's very okay. We're gonna be in a pretty dominant position in the alpha and beta quadrants. Oh, because this has a atmospheric hallucinogen. I don't care enough? Nah, leave it. We can leave the hallucinogen. Not a big deal. We're gonna quickly fall out of pace versus like the board and other large parties because we're gonna get boxed in to a decent sized area, but we're gonna get boxed in. Captain Jackie Green turns to the communication officer and asks her to open a channel to the surface. The hails to the lost colony are met with silence. No reply is received. The captain consults with the science officer requesting analysis. There are no biosigns, but the colony appears to be intact. Sensors also indicate low levels of surface radiation. Assemble and awaiting. Captain Log Supplemental. The away team has beamed to the surface near the colony. All they found so far are empty buildings covered in rust and foliage. There are no signs of weapons fire or any other indication of what happened here. The captain orders the away team to the colony's communication relay to pull whatever information can be accessed. The captain and security officer begin to search the area for further clues.
Anomaly detected.
One thing at a time. After hours of searching the ruins of the settlement, Captain Green detects a life form on her tricorder. Pursuing the life sign, she follows it to a nearby cave system. The security officer takes point, proceeds into the opening. Proceeding deeper beneath the surface, both officers are ambushed by the inhabitants of the caves. Scaring back the primitive attackers with warning shots, they head back to the entrance. Moments before the mouth of the cave, the security officer is struck by a flint spear and incapacitated. Jackie Green narrowly escapes. Supply ship wreckage. Sensors report a shipwreck of unidentified origin has been sighted in the orbit of Alpha Centauri 2C. Research that. Investigate all the things. Terra Nova. The captain arrives back at the transporter room with the remaining members of the away team. Before transporting back to the USS Voyager, the team describe what they found in communications relay, while Jackie Green analyzes a detailed scan of the life form encountered. It's human. The captain ponders the options available to recover the security officer from the surface. Prepare an assault, attempt to negotiate. Negotiate, naturally. The captain and medical officer head to the surface to help with the injured officer. Locating the entrance to the cave complex, they navigate to a room with humanoids and successfully convince them of their peaceful intentions. Having been brought to the injured crewman, the medical officer is able to effect treatment. After hours of negotiation, the captain is able to convince the Novans, as they call themselves, to trust the crew of the USS Voyager. Working together, both sides are able to build a new colony on Terra Nova. The cause of the initial retreat to the caves, a wave of deaths due to local radiation hazards, is identified and treated using technology from the Voyager developed years after the colony was established. So dope! Lots of XP, lots of influence, and free colony and free starbase. All of these things are very awesome. Let's clear this shit out. There we go. Now we actually have a starbase here. Let's build traffic control. God forbid I have a system with no traffic control. Bernard, Star, are you? Yep, you're rocking traffic control. Excellent. The Volga is in system. Go ahead, build that last mining outpost. Wreckage identified. Our crew aboard the USS Jaeger reports the Alpha Centauri 2 shipwreck appears to have been the result of an unexpected geomagnetic solar storm. The supply ship suffered a complete loss of life support systems and sustained inoperable damage, drifting until it entered the planet's gravity well. There are no survivors. The ship's cargo hold does indeed contain a notable amount of materials. However, the captain of the USS Jaeger cautions the construction indicates design. There's a double space here. Weird. It's likely that the minerals belong to the Tellarite technocracy, and they will be displeased if we lay claim to the shipment. Yeah, alright. So either we keep it, get a decent amount of minerals, pisses off the Tellarites, or we don't keep it, the Tellarites are happy with us, and we get influence. Influence is way harder to get the minerals, so definitely don't risk an altercation.
Technology discovered.
Let's have you, construction ship, go ahead and move on to the Alpha Centauri system. Ah, cool. Physics work through. Let's go for EPS manifolds. I'm really tempted just to go for the next warp engine, but generally, like I've talked about in the past, I like to just go one tier of tech at a time. One thing at a time here. So you want The Bajorans would like to cooperate with the Beneficial Entente. Hell yeah. I would love it for Bajor to join. Especially as a founding member, that would be dope. So the USS Voyager has found a small cargo pod left to drift aboard this gas giant's, one of this gas giant's moons. Check it out. Lots of stuff going on in Alpha Centauri. Wreckage cargo returned. So we get 100 influence, and the Tellarites are happy toward us. Very happy. 20 bonus
Initiating communication.
Right, what up? So, you're associated? Yeah. Oh, the Zeppolite Guilds would like association. Hell yeah, I'm very okay with that. We've got another tech. Planetary administration is appealing for this bonus, but instead I'm gonna go for Frontier Clinics because it's cheaper.
Construction complete.
Alright, Ada Cassiopeia is done. Mars Initiative report. Throw energy at it. Huh.
Construction complete.
Yeah, the Tamarians are getting bigger than I'd like them to be. Abandoned cargo pod. A discarded cargo pod was left by somebody in the upper atmosphere of Alpha Centauri too long ago. It somehow escaped the notice of other space spheres, and its decaying orbit means it would have been lost in the gas giant's crushing atmosphere within another 5 years. When the crew of the USS Voyager unsealed the pod, they found a stash of alien jewelry made out of precious metals. So we get a bunch of energy credits. That's totally okay. Sir! Shouted one of the xenopaleobotanists further down the cave. They were located 2 kilometers below the Martian surface, not far from the edges of the Garni crater. Gammy crater or Garni crater? Crater! Gammy crater, I think. The entire cave formation was only revealed recently after an especially rough quake that followed a comet strike brought down the covering walls. The geologic structure immediately attracted the attention of local science teams because the cave held trace element of especially important molecule, water. Paul Boone, leader of the Mars Terraforming Initiative, followed the call deeper inside the cave. A small group of researchers were crouched in the small tapering pillar, whispering excitedly. As he grew closer, he could see the beam of light illuminating a small, shallow pool of water covering by an organic-looking metallic sheen. The biologists were moving their tricorders again and again. There, in the briny water, were millions of fossilized insects. Evidence that Mars did carry life once upon a time. Do I want to put something here? Yeah, if I do, I'm going to want to put a biolab.
Construction complete.
Are you done? Wow, that's all you can build here? I guess this requires special extractors. Huh! Okay. Well then, why don't you run down to Tau Ceti and wait for that to be done? Admiral gains trait. Yep, here Yuri, like I was saying in the last episode, finally got fleet legislation for free. It's been a minute. Why don't we look at our patrol ships and if there's anything I can do to enhance these? Probably not. No. No. Nope. Okay. Yep. And these can be upgraded? Yep. So just some passive upgrades
Ships
that have passed since then. Cool. I still don't have destroyers. Alright. Unfortunate. I do want to upgrade this. 41% hot damn. What? Why? We do have a lot of uncolonized bordering systems. This is true. That's just surprisingly high. Alright, we have the Earth Mining Consortium founded. I'm gonna go ahead and build this starbase. Mining Consortium want me to have more energy. I can do that. Want more strategic resources. I'll do that. Okay, eventually they'll be happy with us. They're not yet, but they will be. They'll come around. We've got 3 planets of people growing. Mars, someone's growing. Earth, someone is growing. So our population should be doing pretty dope. This is a new event. Based off of one of the stupider things in Star Trek The Next Generation. Made up traditional pseudo-Japanese fighting game. Captain Michael Lambert has risen rapidly in the fleet Anbo Jitsu Championship League tables, and now prepares to face the current champion, Kumar Shastri. Shastri? Anbo Jitsu, regarded by many as the ultimate form of human martial arts, is at the same time seen by some as a foolishly dangerous pastime. Taking place in a circular arena where two opponents compete against each other, both competitors wear light protective armor and a helmet which effectively blinds the participants. A staff is used as a weapon with a proximity sensor on one end and a small spherical cushion on the other. After an intense bout, Michael Lambert has defeated Kumar Shastri to become the Fleet Anbo Jitsu champion. While it appeared that Kumar Shastri would press his advantage to an easy victory several times in the match, it was Michael Lambert's persistence that eventually won the championship for him. So he either gets adaptable, which he does not have, or resilient, which he does have. So either he gets something from this, we got nothing from it. He didn't get hurt though.
Anomaly detected.
That can go very poorly. We're picking up life signs from somewhere within the interior of this asteroid. Could have been worse. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Substantially worse.
Construction complete.
Do I want to improve this? No. I mean, eventually, just not at this moment. Ba-ba-ba.
Technology discovered.
EPS manifolds are done. Okay, phase inverters would get us improved version of things we're not using. Gravitic sensor array could be nice, but phaser coils gets us a new section that lets us use a bunch of turrets, and I'm pretty into that. An odd factor. A group of investigators have found a hidden factory in Springboard. The building, in its state of decay, tells of an old civilization. One that excelled at constructing things that stood the test of time. Dope. Odd Factory. Odd Factory is pretty decent. Asteroid fauna. Amazingly, while conducting their survey on ZR-6498, the crew of the USS Voyager picked up several life signs coming from within the asteroid. There appears to be a colony of large burrowing worm-like lithivores within the rock, which has been riddled with tunnels. These unique life forms have somehow adapted to life in the coldness of space. New aliens. Research it. Boone wants more energy. He can certainly have it. We have found out about the Morale states. Way the hell over here. Hello, Morale.
Technology discovered.
Would you like to... No research agreement, but you would probably be into communications trade. Yep, for 20 years. I'm okay with that. Cool. More... destroyers. Let's go for destroyers. Bigger ships are not always better, but in this case, they're better. We learn about the Husnak Ascendancy, who are actually quite large. Here is some of that. Cool. Right now, we should be just saving up minerals
detected.
because Tau Ceti, Alpha Centauri, and Groombridge apparently have a lot of things in them, and we'll probably be building a lot of stations once we acquire them. Observing the massive asteroid UT9Y2K, we found something. Further investigation is warranted. I probably mentioned this, but I am interested in this expansion's effort to make it so that you never see the same anomaly twice in one game. They would have Stellaris would have needed to add quite a lot of anomalies for that to happen, but we'll see. That or anomalies are just on the whole less frequent. It adds a lot of value to mods that add in new
Technology discovered.
anomalies and expands on existing ones. Frontier Clinic we don't care much about. Now these are nice. I'm gonna go for mountains because mountains will be on almost all of our planets. Sinkholes are a little less common. I think only Terra Nova has sinkholes on them.
Survey.
Terra Nova doesn't even have sinkholes. Who the fuck has sinkholes? Mars? Yeah, Mars has sinkholes. Okay. Alright, Groombridge is finally done. Are we gonna explore down to Trill? Yeah, we kind of have to, huh? Okay. Build me a starbase. I want to fill in this area as a pretty high priority so we can get these two integrated fairly soon. Survey completed. Through our surveys of habitable worlds, our biologists have collected a vast amount of data on alien life forms. Many of our older theories on the development of life have been disproved, and our scientific community has had to build new models from scratch. Our most interesting findings are being displayed at the newly dedicated Museum of Exobiology on Earth. The public is enthralled, and many donations have come in to aid the continued search for strange life forms.
Construction complete.
There's Groombridge proper. Let's build a mining outpost, but more importantly, let's get traffic control up and going. I'm a little disappointed that the Denobuans don't want to join because of the Tellarites, but whatever. There we go. Boone wants more energy. He will have it. The Prime Minister is now stubborn. That's not desirable. She's now going to get XP at a 25% slower rate. Not perfect. But it could be far, far worse.
Construction complete. Anomaly detected.
Unidentified object. A small rectangular object on the surface of Alpha Centauri 10 is deflecting all scanning beams like a mirror. Our sensors are unable to determine its material composition. Alien specimen procurement. The director of the Museum of Exobiology on Earth has issued a request for the procurement of several live alien specimens. These creatures were spotted on surveyed habitable worlds, but they're difficult to capture. It will require the full resources of a signed ship for a lengthy period of time. Hell yeah!
Log updated.
Now they should all be good. Oh damn it! One's way over here, and over here. I was gonna say they should all be in the immediate neighborhood, but no, the game did a weird thing and spawned them all over the place. So we're not gonna complete that chain for a long, long time. Now, once we get to the end of the month, I think I'm gonna put in a cut for YouTube here. I know this video isn't quite an hour long, but I went over an hour on the last one. So, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna keep streaming for more tonight, but if you're watching on YouTube, this is it for today. Make sure to stop by again tomorrow. Till then, make sure to comment, share, like, subscribe, all of that silly stuff. In the meantime, take it easy. Bye.